Yeah, fix your shit, Derizzy. Fix your fucking shit, bro. Take accountability. Take responsibility. Damn. Are we live?
Yeah.
Wipe it off.
Oh, that here?
Yeah, on here. I didn't even realize.
Well, now you did.
I didn't realize that he should have.
Bro, this shop be filled. It be filled with dog hair, bro. That's because I know I haven't got all of it.
Yeah. You'll never will. Never will. I still find dog hair all the time.
Sucks, but I mean that's my pooch.
Your pooches.
Yeah.
Your pooches. Your pooches.
Yeah, that's my pooch.
Is.
Yeah, that's my pooch. That's my baby right there.
By the way, here, let's start talking.
What's going on, guys? How y'all doing? Is anyone in here? Is the sidebar not in there? Like, is it just not popping up? That sidebar that we usually see?
Exactly where it's at.
On the right-hand
I'm in
side?
here. I'm in the chat.
Um,
What if I say something?
what do you mean?
Nah, I don't think it'll pop up.
Interesting.
I don't know where it's at.
I didn't even mess with any of the audio either. I didn't want to. I just didn't. I just went live. Once I went live, took a listen. I was just like, oh, well, you know, we sound pretty good. So I'm gonna just leave it at that.
For what?
The MMA event. You should have went. You should have went.
I didn't know anything about it. I knew of the idea you had going on, but that's all I knew. I just knew that someone was borrowing our equipment for an event. That's all I knew.
Bum 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 bum.
I didn't know a winner or where or who.
Back into my old ways again. Bum, 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 bum,
Okay.
bum, 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 bum,
What's going on, guys? Welcome to episode 30 of the Confessions Podcast, #1 podcast in the world. As always, I am your host, Father Derek, joined by Ragu, brother Jerome. Today, it's a beautiful day. It is Saturday, not the day that we normally film the podcast on. Usually we film on Wednesdays, but unfortunately I had, I don't know if it was food poisoning or the runs, Tuesday and Wednesday. That kind of took me out. So here we are on Saturday night. Hope you're having a great Saturday night. What are we doing? Working. Always working. But, yeah. Me. I forgot my Bible. Dang, I can't believe I forgot my Bible.
Got up at 6 in the morning and I still remembered. I was like, I have to make sure I have everything. Because I already kind of like had an idea of what we're going to do today.
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. That's why we have the Bible app. Me and Ragu, I guess. As long as we still get to read today.
Yes, always.
Okay. Only thing that I don't have is my tabs. So I believe we're on Proverbs chapter 4 to start.
Tisk, tisk. My bad. I forgot we're recording or we're live.
On your phone, man.
I guess I will keep an eye on the chat.
Let me see.
Yes, I think we're on chapter 4.
Yeah, okay.
What about on
We're on chapter 6.
the gospel?
6, I believe. Or 6 or 16. One of the two.
For Matthew?
Yeah.
I know in Proverbs is 4.
We're on 6. We're on 6.
Yeah, okay, we're on 6.
Yeah.
I know we finished a
Yeah, we
chapter.
finished 5.
We finished
so,
5.
So, okay, let's go to.
You said 4, right?
Proverbs.
Yes.
Okay, Proverbs chapter 4. Do one of y'all want to read it today? Switch it up a little bit.
I'll read it.
Are we
Alright.
just doing chapter 4?
Yeah.
You want to read chapter 4? You want to read this one, or do you want me to read?
I was
I
gonna
want
say
to
we
read
both.
one.
I was gonna say we both can do one. We can either split this up, or I could do one and you do the one, or vice versa. You want me to do this one? You do Matthew.
Let me do this one. I want to do this one. You do Matthew.
All right.
All right.
We're on chapter 4.
Yeah, chapter 4.
Okay. So this one's gonna be what's this version called? The more simple version.
You're in the New International Version.
Okay.
I'm
NIV.
I'm reading the New American Standard Bible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Proverbs chapter 4, verse 1. Get wisdom at any cost. Listen, my sons, to a father's instruction. Pay attention and gain understanding. I give you sound learning, so do not forsake my teaching. For I too was a son to my father, still tender and cherished by my mother. Then he taught me, and he said to me, take hold of my words with all your heart. Keep my commands, and you will live. Get wisdom, get understanding. Do not forget my words or turn away from them. Do not forsake wisdom. Rico. Dang, lock in, dude. Chill.
We're trying to read
Chill.
the Bible, bro.
Chill.
He felt the Holy Spirit.
Goodness.
I don't know what the bro is
He felt the
doing.
Holy
I have
Spirit,
to discipline my child real quick.
God.
Goodness.
Beat
Better
him,
chill
bro.
before I go over there and beat you, bro.
He's
Anyways.
shaking in his boots.
Goodness. Where was I? Okay.
Just do verse 5.
Get wisdom, get understanding. Do not forget my words or turn away from them. Do not forsake wisdom, and she will protect you. Love her, and she will watch over you. The beginning of wisdom is this. Get wisdom, though it cost all you have. Get understanding, cherish her, and she will exalt you. Embrace her, and she will honor you. She will give you a garland to grace your head and present you with a glorious crown. Listen, my son, accept what I say, and the years of your life will be many. I instruct you in the way of wisdom and lead you along straight paths. When you walk, your steps will not be hampered. When you run, you will not stumble. Hold on to instruction. Do not let it go. Guard it well, for it is your life. Do not set foot on the path of the wicked or walk in the way of evildoers. Avoid it. Do not travel on it. Turn from it and go on your way, for they cannot rest until they do evil. They are robbed of sleep till they make someone stumble. They eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. The path of the righteous is like the morning sun, shining ever brighter till the full light of day. But the way of the wicked is like deep darkness. They do not know what makes them stumble. My son, pay attention to what I say. Turn your ears to my words. Do not let them out of your sight. Keep them within your heart. For they are life to those who find them, and health to one's whole body. Then I even have these next verses highlighted. Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Keep your mouth free of perversity. Keep corrupt talk far from your lips. Let your eyes look straight ahead. Fix your gaze directly before you. Hey, bro,
Yeah,
it was natural.
first-
It was natural.
First and last time this guy's reading, man.
Fix your gaze. Fix your gaze directly before you. Give careful thought to the paths for your feet, and be steadfast in all your ways. Do not turn to the right or the left. Keep your foot from evil.
One thing that, at least in my translation, I wonder if it's in yours, Jeremy, is that it strictly only refers to wisdom as a she or her. It uses strictly feminine gender whenever it's talking about wisdom. again.
Well, do you have like an example of the verse number so I could look
yeah,
at
we
it?
can do for right here, number 6, verse 6 says, "Do not abandon her, and she will guard you. Love her, and she will watch over you." On verse
And then
8 says,
base 8,
"Prize
yeah.
her, she will exalt you. She will honor you if you embrace her. She will place on your head a garland of grace. She will present you a crown of beauty." Like
Yeah,
every
it's
single
giving
way,
her
it
the
refers to her as a refers to wisdom as a
feminine.
yeah, in a feminine manner. It's just an observation that
I think
I've
it was
noticed.
similar to the last chapter, no?
Yeah, very
It's
similar. to the
very
last
similar.
chapter. And in each, I mean, in the book of wisdom and Proverbs, that the whole point is mainly just to acquire wisdom, and so it'll sound somewhat repetitive in some ways, though it's not a bad thing.
I wonder, I don't know if yours has this, but I guess it's like a title or heading. It says, "Get wisdom at any cost." I really like
Like
that.
little
Mine-
subtitles.
Mine says a father's
Like that?
instruction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really like that.
Because that first
Yeah.
that first little section
Mine says a
says
father's
a
instruction.
father's example.
Yeah.
Well,
Listen, my sons, to a father's instruction.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think overall that's a pretty heavy verse, just because, I mean, when it comes to a father, he's always trying to prepare you for the world, you know. And then I think it also breaks down how even a mother, you know, let me see, for I too was a son to my father, still tender and cherished by my mother. Yeah, so I think it breaks down a lot how we're taught by our fathers.
Do you think that maybe the she is referring to a feminine like a mother, as opposed to like a wife? Would you say that? I don't know. Just a question.
that's a good thought. Usually when we're thinking of that, we're thinking of like a wife or a potential partner. But I mean, I'm sure all of our moms have done everything and have these characteristics that he's describing right here.
And I just think that as well, because like as you mentioned, we're talking about the father, so naturally I'm like, well, maybe that means that whenever it's talking to when referring to she, maybe it's talking about the mother, you know. But I think one thing that you sort of touched on that we talked about just a little bit last night, even just amidst us, is the father's instruction, or for you, the father's example. Like you said it last night, and I can let you say it, but you said whenever we're young, we look up to our fathers.
Oh, okay, yeah.
When we're young, we look up to our fathers.
So
Yeah.
I forgot where I heard it from, but there's 3 stages that a man goes through with their fathers. At first, they're a kid, you know, they look up to them. Their dad's perfect. They're a superhero, right? And then when we grow up a little bit older, we hit that second stage where we start to get a brain on our own, and we started disagreeing with a lot of what our dad's trying to teach us. We start butting heads. We're like, man, I'm never going to be like that, or this, that, right? Disagreeing and going against their teachings, right? And trying to make your own way. And then you hit that third stage once you grow up a little bit more, and you finally understand your dad. You finally understand that my dad's a human. My dad's another man. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that his decisions, he made them for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's been pretty heavy in life. I feel like I've experienced that, you know, myself.
I've absolutely done that myself.
Yeah.
I think there's, like, I've always loved my dad, but I definitely did hit that kind of rebellious stage where I felt like I wanted to disagree with my dad on things, and I'm like, I don't understand my dad. I don't want to be like my dad in a lot of ways, right?
Yeah.
And so, but then like, kind of as you said, like, I've gotten older, and I've experienced life.
Yep.
I think once you experience life and get from underneath, like, your parents' protection, and you truly go fully on your own, and life will beat you down, and then you'll start
humble
to
you.
realize, it'll humble you.
Yeah.
And then you really start to, okay, I get where my dad's coming from.
Yeah.
And so now, like, how I was telling you, like my father, I look up to him tremendously. Like my dad, at this point, my dad is my hero. Like he's such a big role model for me, and I admire my dad a lot, and I think about what it means to be a man and the type of man I want to be, and my dad fills a lot of those roles. Like he fills out a lot of the characteristics, and me and my dad are very different. Don't get me wrong. Like character-wise, me and my dad are different. My dad's more quiet, introverted, and he just likes to stay in his own. But at the same time, like there's a lot of things that we're similar on, and I want to be in a lot of ways like my dad.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, man, we had a very deep conversation last night about that, and when you're talking about, man, I look up to my dad, I kind of, mine's different. I don't, and I'm not trying to make this sound like bad, of course, when I say this, but I don't really look up to my dad. It's more like, my dad's my reason, man. Like, he is the reason why I push myself so hard. He is the reason why I am trying to accomplish great things. And in consequence, like, once I do make it, I'll be able to look at him and be like, this was all because of you. All because of you. I was able to push myself. I was able to get myself up on those days that were very tough, that I didn't want to get up, that I felt weak. And I stated this last night. The only reason I haven't quit yet, God and both my parents. They're my reason, man. And that day, once we are able to give back to our parents, that's the high that I'm chasing. And I know that'll be a whole different feeling.
It's crazy how this book is about a dad. Man, God works in mysterious ways, because actually a father figure is something kind of the topic I wanted to bring up to y'all. I won't do it on the podcast. It's more of a personal thing. But just connecting them together, it makes me think like, man, he really is listening sometimes, right? Because me and my dad, we're the bestest of friends, but we've also been each other's biggest bullies. I mean, I've stood up to him. The first time I've ever stood up to him, it was like something clicked in me. If I can stand up to my own dad, I'll stand up to anybody, you know? If I can tell my dad something, I can tell anybody something. If I'm going to tell my own dad, then why am I not going to tell you? So I've been talking to him a lot lately, and we have a lot in common. More in common than a lot of people think. Even though we're like two opposite ends of the spectrum, he always says that I'm his best friend, and I always say that he's my best friend. We call each other our dog. Like, that's my dog. Like, like he says, that's my dog. I'm going to tell you everything and anything. And one thing that I do appreciate about him is that he kept it real with me, always, never sugarcoated anything. I had to grow up fast, and honestly, I don't really remember a lot of my childhood, because you mentioned those 3 phases we go through. I don't remember going through phase 1 and 2. It's all a blur, and I'm strictly just went straight into phase 3. Living life, recognizing those experiences, connecting them with him. And now, as a kid, my dad would spank me, get onto me, discipline me. But now he doesn't. He says that I'm too grown and too mature to be disciplined, to be spanked, to be yelled at. He's going to talk to me man to man. If I do something wrong, he's going to tell me, hey. He's not going to say, hey, go to your room, bend over, drop him, let me spank you. He's going to say, no, you're messed up. You deal with your consequences. You deal with whatever's coming your way, because at the end of the day, he always tells me this, you're all you got. At the end of the day, your person is all you got. Yeah, you have your family, you have your friends, but at the end of the day, your goals are your own, and no one's going to do that for you. So I'm connecting all of these things he's saying with this verse, a father's example. Because my dad, I'm sure he regrets a lot of things, as all of our dads do. But one thing that I do respect him about is that he did his best to turn everything around before it was too late. And some people might look at it that it is too late, but it's really not.
Well, real quick, and I don't want to interject, but I just want to say, like, that's one thing I respect about your dad is I feel like your dad's never gave up. Like, I feel like there's opportunities where your dad could have gave up because other people did, but
right.
He never did,
And that's like, just, it's weird now. Like, I'm going through a little moment right now because we're reading a book of Proverbs, a father's example, and that's just the first half of this reading, not even the second half. I have something to say about the second half as well, but me and my dad, we've always been the black sheep. Like, I'm the black sheep of my family, and he's the black sheep of his family. So that's why we connect, and we're best friends, and he does what he does, and people get mad at him, this and that. He's always painted the villain. but I still see the good in him. I still see the light in him. And I don't think people will ever understand that. So I mean, this reading right here makes me happy. Like, man, my dad wasn't the best, but he did his best.
He did his best, and that's admirable in and of itself, you know.
And I think, man, I emphasize this a lot. When you're going through something, when you have that moment in your life, God works in mysterious ways, bro. I'm telling you. Once you go to church, that Bible verse that they're reading or that homily
It's
that
just
they're
crazy
reading,
how
boom,
the reading that comes up is kind of relating to what you're going through in the real moment.
It always
That's
works,
how-
bro.
'cause, I mean, you think about how much our fathers, like how we've kind of brought it up before. I don't know if we brought it up on the podcast, but how I mentioned, like, your father's the only man in this world that wants you to be better than him. It's the only man, and as soon as he's gone, that's the only person that's ever going to want you to be better than him, right? But we have our Heavenly Father that wants us to be great. You know what I mean? And so he looks after us, and this is his way of showing us, like, hey, son, I got you. Like, I hear you. You know what I mean? It's great. I don't know. It makes me excited. It puts a smile on my face.
Right.
You know,
That's how I feel.
Because you hear, like, because God's watching. God's listening. Like, even whenever you don't think so, and even whenever you think he might be disappointed in you, like with our fathers. Like, there's plenty of times where I know I've disappointed my dad, and he's been upset with me, but he's never turned his back on me, and he's always been there even whenever I didn't feel like I deserved to have him there. And so, and like I said, there's been moments where I genuinely, I'm like, man, I can't believe I treated my parents that way, my father that way. But now it's just like my entire goal is to take care of my parents. Like, I want to take care of my mom and my dad. And I was telling you last night, I have 3 dreams in my life. 3 dreams that I wish to accomplish. I want to be a father, I want to be a husband, and I want to take care of my parents. Those are my 3 ultimate goals. If I accomplish those 3 things, I'll die a happy man. So, me being able to take care of my father and my mom, like, that's all I want, because I know how much they've given and how much they believe in me, and how they speak about me, even whenever I feel like crap, even whenever I feel like I'm not doing anything, even when I feel like a piece of garbage, right? They always there for me, and it's different whenever your father's the one that's telling you, like, hey, keep going, son, like, you're doing good.
There was a moment too where my dad was the only one that supported me in my lowest moment of my life. He was the one that helped me get out of the slump I was in, because he always told me, he's like, if I don't support you, it's easy to point the finger and say nobody supported me, but if I support you and then you fell, you can't say nothing.
I remember you telling me that.
You can't blame no one but yourself.
Yeah, that's powerful. And that's, I think too, what I think my father and your father can relate to is, like, we've never done anything like how they've done, like the mistakes that they've made. So I think the fact that we didn't go down that route, they're just happy, like, hey, at least you're already doing way better than
You're the bare minimum, man.
You're the bare minimum, like, but, you know, so I think they're happy, but at the same time, I think I'm pretty sure you can relate to this, but with my dad, he's always told me, like, you're the one that's going to break the generational curse that the Dominguez family had, which was drug abuse, alcohol abuse, and going in and out of prison. That's been a generational curse that we've had, that my father went through, that my grandfather went through, and that, you know, it's been in my lineage for so many decades, so many generations. And he always told me that, like, you're going to be the one that breaks that. You're going to graduate high school. You're going to go to college. You're going to graduate college. You're not going to mess with any of that stuff. And you're going to make a good life for yourself. A good, honorable life. And I think that's something that mine and your dad could probably relate to, is just, we're the ones that are breaking that curse. You know?
It's a big stone to carry, for sure.
Nah, there are moments where it felt like that, but I think that's one thing that a father's encouragement and wisdom, similar to what we're reading, just guides you and lets you know, like, I got your back. Like, no matter what, even whenever we're down at our lowest, I got your back. You know.
I wanted to touch base on this verse that I had highlighted before we even read it. It is verse 23.
Yeah.
That's where it starts. It says, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. keep your mouth free of perversity. Keep corrupt talk far from your lips. Let your eyes look straight ahead. Fix your gaze directly before you. Give careful thought to the path for your feet, and be steadfast in all your ways.
Here, I want to read this translation because it's a little different. It's the same verse, just a little different. It says, "Watch over your heart with all diligence, for from it flow the springs of life. Rid yourself of a deceitful mouth, and keep devious speech far from you. Let your eyes look directly ahead, and let your gaze be fixed straight in front of you. Walk the path of your feet, and all your ways will be established."
I really like that because, for me at least, exactly how it says, your heart's where all your life comes from, you know? And if you allow anything to take advantage of it, anything to damage that, it's going to corrupt you. And then I especially like verse 24. For me, it says, keep your mouth free of perversity. Self-talk, the power of the tongue is very, very strong. When I know we sometimes get on our own asses like, man, I feel like a piece of shit. I'm a piece of shit. I need to do better. I need to do more. That pushes us to do better. That pushes us to do more. But at the same time, if you're constantly just beating yourself down, talking constant shit to yourself, being negative to yourself, that's going to cause negativity to your life.
That's what I'm saying. I like to always say it's not to be self-deprecating.
Exactly.
Right? It's mainly to keep myself grounded and humble so that I don't get this haughty and conceited mindset that I got it all together, right? Because, like, you can keep going back to yesterday whenever we had this encounter with somebody, and, you know, we were just talking about our schedule, you know, the things that we were doing and all that. And he was just like shocked by it, like, wow, like y'all are only 24, you know, whatever. And that could boost your ego a little bit, right? And I think whenever I talk to myself, I don't want to approach it like that. Like, I don't want to be conceited. I don't want to be arrogant. I want to be humble, because, I mean, it even says in the Bible that pride comes before the fall, right? So I always try my best to stay humble. And that's a way of doing it. But in my translation, it says, where is it at? It says, rid yourself of a deceitful mouth and keep devious speech far away from you. So I just wanted to look up those definitions real quick. Deceitful, on mine says deliberately misleading or lying to someone, being dishonest or untruthful to gain an advantage. Devious says showing skillful use of underhanded tactics to achieve goals. Sneaky, tricky, or not straightforward. And so from that, it sounds like not taking shortcuts and not using people, and for this translation, you know, which is a little bit of a different interpretation based off of that. But I think that in of itself too, not just being self-deprecating and avoiding that type of language, but also treating people right and doing it the right way.
The power of the tongue.
The power of the tongue.
Yes, the tongue is very powerful. Sometimes when I catch myself saying, I can't, or what if, or in today's terms, I'm cooked, I'm already defeated. You know, I'm already defeated. If I go into it saying, dang, I'm cooked, or dang, I can't do this, I already lost the battle. But as soon as I say I can, or I will, or what this subtitle for this section is, the straight path, reminds me of tunnel vision. My son, pay close attention to my words. Listen closely to my sayings. Don't lose sight of them. Keep them within your heart. Tunnel vision, looking forward, looking straight. And lately, I've kind of hit a wall, right? But I have that tunnel vision. I have that straight path. I'm not going to go around the wall. I'm going to go through the wall. Even if it's hard, even if it makes me more exhausted, even if it makes me more tired, I'm going to keep that tunnel vision and go straight through the wall instead of going around it. It says, don't turn right or left. Keep your feet away from evil. Who am I to turn right or left to go around the wall and take the easier path just because things get hard? I've had that tunnel vision lately where I used to be very, y'all know this. I used to be very sensitive. I still kind of am. But upon this growth journey and upon this world and all these experiences, I've kind of put that aside, and I only bring it out for people who deserve it. Lately, I've even caught myself being not mean, but stern and real with people. An example would be, okay, right, I stay in a college area. Not everybody's 21. Recently, some, I don't want to call them friends, but acquaintances asked me for a favor, and that favor was if I could buy them alcohol and a joint, right? They're not 21 yet, but they're going through that part of their life, and I understand because we've all been there, we've all done it. When I told them no, and it felt so weird telling them no because, oh, they're not going to like me no more. Oh, they're going to look at me as lame. Oh, I'm unk. You know, like, I'm not a cool person. But I tell myself, I don't care to be liked. I don't care to be cool. I don't care. Because chances are, after this year, I will never see them again. And I don't plan to see them again. And as harsh and as mean as that may sound, it's real and it's reality. Because we emphasize that if they're not going to benefit us in the future, then they have no place in our lives right now. And there's a lot of people there that ask me for favors like this that I don't see myself benefiting from, or vice versa in the
like
future.
in the younger crowd?
They're probably spanned from 18 through 20.
Well, it's college age.
College age,
yeah.
right? But there's some other people that I know that are within the same age, on the same wavelength, and on the same drive as I currently am. So I wouldn't necessarily say that age is an excuse to be doing what they're doing, but it's more of like I'm getting more comfortable with telling people no and saying no and being the villain. Because as Raul says, someone's got to be the villain. You know,
Someone's got
to be the villain. And lately I've caught myself being the villain more, telling people no. If I'm at the gym and people start coming to yap to me, say, hey, I'm not here to, like, I'm going to get a shirt that says training, not talking. Because people try to talk to me, and you see me mid-sweat, you see me mid-pump, you see me locked in. I'm not smiling. Why come up to me and have a conversation? Why come up at me? Do a little head nod, you know, do a little peace sign, whatever. But it's just gotten to that point where being more selfish and just being more locked in, more than I already was, because I don't want to just be locked in. We say this all the time with school, mentally, physically, spiritually, but I have caught myself slipping off spiritually, and that's probably why I hit this wall, to keep me humble, get me back on track. But it doesn't mean I'm defeated. So
Well, I think for me, I kind of refer to that Drake, Rick Ross song or whatever, like No New Friends.
No new friends. No new friends.
DJ Khaled.
No new friends. No.
But the reason why I say that is like I got my people, right? I got the people that I want. I got you and you. Y'all are my brothers, and I know that we're going down this path together. Mind you, I brought this up yesterday, bro. We're about to hit a year of doing the Confessions Podcast, #1 podcast in the world, as of January 20-something.
feels like forever.
It feels like forever. And he was talking about how much growth, how much XP have we gained doing this, right? Start doing social media, starting from the first episode that we dropped at the beginning of the year to now. All the changes that we've gone through, all the things that we tried, all the things that we didn't try, all the things that we failed, or not even failed, but okay, let's do it this way, let's change it this way. And I feel like we're barely hitting our stride. Like we're barely finding what our niche is. And we just barely we're coming off of our largest video we've ever done, which is at 619 views last I checked. And we're about to hit 100 subscribers on this podcast, you know? And it's kind of crazy to think about, but that's my approach to a lot of things these days. I don't want no new friends. I got my people.
No new friends. No new friends.
That's exactly how I feel
No,
too.
no.
And it's crazy too to look back and look at all the sacrifices you've made, all the time you've put, all the stuff that's happened, and you still don't make excuses and you still do it.
And for no return, technically.
For no return.
We haven't made it. We haven't really made anything.
We probably made.
We made like
gas money,
$40,
if that, a meal here and there.
Yeah, like $40 off of Twitch.
But that's. I mean, I'm the same way. No new friends. I don't. It's okay if you like me, or if you don't like me. I'm alright with that now.
Yeah.
I don't care to be liked anymore.
And I think we're a pure example of this verse right here, the verse 25. Let your eyes look straight ahead. Fix your gaze directly before you. Give careful thought to the past for your feet and be steadfast in all your ways. The reason why I say we're a perfect example of this is because our vision has been set on the future of this podcast, on the future of KRUE, on the future Derizzi, on the future Raul, on the future Jerome, you know? And we've gone through so much growth, bro. Exactly how Derek just touched base on. We've gone through so much things where bunch of ups, bunch of downs, but we've been so focused on, okay, hey, got to keep moving forward, got to keep going forward. Just focus on the goal. And in such a short period of time, it's only been since January, you said.
Yeah, since January.
We're about to hit November. It's only been months. It hasn't even been a year.
I feel like I've aged, bro. I feel like I've aged a lot.
It hasn't been it hasn't been years, bro. I want y'all to take note of that. It hasn't been a year yet. And look how much growth we've already gone through. And like I said, this is a perfect example of this verse right here. We set our gaze straight ahead, looking at that end goal. Not looking at the past, not looking at all these bumps we've gone through, just straight to the end goal.
And there's been plenty of bumps. Like, there's been plenty of times where we've had to sit down. I think that's one thing Jeremy's really good at, bringing up stuff that's, we need to talk about. Even more recently, you brought up things that we needed to talk about. And I think that's one thing, too, is we all understand. I like the word steadfast. I like that. And just for definition-wise, why I wanted to look it up, it means firm, loyal, and unwavering. Someone who stays true to their beliefs, commitments, or goals, no matter what happens. And I know that's something that we all... that defines all of us, right? And I know that at the end of the day, regardless of anything that we're doing, we all have these goals for each and every one of ourselves. And I know truly that we all want what's best for one another, that we all love one another, and we are all going towards this direction. And I'm so glad. I feel like what we have, I think, is something special. The fact that we're all going down our own individual paths, but we can come together and do this, right? And show people the growth.
Exactly.
It's plausible.
In a matter of months,
Yeah,
bro.
in a matter of months.
And it shows how much we've grown.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people would make excuses if they tried to do what we did. And I mean this in a humble way. I feel we're at a point in our life where it would be very hard to find someone who would teach us something that we don't know or that would be beneficial to our life. I mean, yeah, we can read a book, we can research, whatever, but to actually meet a human being who's where we want to be to give us some piece of advice, I feel like it'd be hard to meet that person and where we're at right now, to teach us something that we already don't know.
Like in our age group?
Right. In our age group, for sure. But even in general, like, I don't see myself...
I get what you're saying.
You know, like,
Yeah.
it would be hard to walk down the street and meet someone that'll teach me some life-changing advice, something that we already don't know, that we haven't learned. I mean, yeah, we're not a product of what we've read or our knowledge yet, but we know the knowledge, and we have the tools to get us to where we want to be. It would be cool to meet someone who could provide us with another tool, but I feel like it would be hard to meet somebody, because the saying is, it's not what you know, it's who you know. I would love to meet connections who can put me on or teach me something that's like a book. Like if I'm reading a book, but it's instead of a book, it's from a person. We can have an actual conversation. The book can't talk back to me. I can't ask the book questions, but I can ask that individual questions.
I think Alex Hermosi touches base on this pretty well. He says, while you're along in your journey, you tend to lose a lot of people, and you tend to not fit in with even more people. So you're left in this gray area for a very long time. You don't fit in with your old friends, and you're not at that level to where you can make the new friends yet. And I think we're at that stage. We're in that gray area, and we just got to keep moving forward.
We're in the storm of it.
Let's see. That's why I say what we have is special, because we have each other. We have each other to lean on. We have each other to look up to. We have each other to hold each other accountable, right? But it's like you said. I heard him also say, like, we're the exception. We're chasing to be exceptional, and by definition, that means we're the one that's left out. We're the exception.
Exactly.
We're not going to get along with a lot of people. We're not going to be able to be friends with a lot of people, which is why I say I don't want no new friends, because majority of people that I meet, they don't want the same things that I want, and that's okay. That's 100% fine if you don't want what I want. But you're not going to be prepared, if you want to be my friend, for what I got going on. There's a very handful of people, and they're right here, that understand. That's what I'm saying. Like, to have y'all understand thoroughly what it is I'm going through. Y'all understand what it is that I'm chasing and why I am the way I am. Like how you always say, I don't know why I like this. I don't know why I am how the way I am. I can resonate with that because I feel the same way. I have no idea why I'm wired like this, but I just am. And I understand it. And a lot of people will tell you, well, you need to rest. You need to relax. You need to chill out. Take time for yourself. But it's like, no. That's the last thing I should do. It's the last thing I want to do. Even if I hate this, or I don't hate it. Even if I don't feel good, it don't matter.
And this is where I want to give a huge shout out to my mama, because we were conversating about this last night, and I was explaining to this. I can't lie, I was complaining a little bit to my mama about this. I was like, man,
we complain to him about this.
I don't know why. I don't know why I am the way I am. Like, I'm tired. I'm frustrated. I'm going through it, but I just can't. I can't quit. Like, I gotta keep going. I gotta keep going. My mom was like, Raul, just give yourself some time, rest, like, relax, you know. And I just straight up told her, I'm like, Mom, I can't. Like, I can't allow myself to. I got to keep going. And I want to give a huge shout out to her, because what she told me, she just looked at me and she said, I know, son. And she understood. And she supports that. And that's true love. You know, that's real. That's real love right there, in my opinion. And when you have those people around you that understand and support your goals, that makes it so much more meaningful.
Nothing like a mother's love too, because my mom's the same way. She has no idea about YouTube, no idea about social media, no idea about anything. She just knows how to scroll through TikTok, but she still figured out how to share her stuff and watch her videos. And you know, she calls the podcast videos. She's like, are you going to film the video with the boys today? And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go film the video with the boys today. But you know, she's trying to understand, and she supports it because she sees the progress and the growth that we have done. This whole section right here, it just reminds me of everything, like you mentioned, what we're going through, or what I'm currently going through right in the moment. He's just listening.
God talking to us.
God did, bro.
God did.
Y'all want to go ahead and proceed to the gospel?
Yeah.
Or were we Matthew
6.
I gotta find, because that's the only one that I don't have a tab for.
Yeah, Matthew chapter 6.
What's the book before it? Mark, Luke?
Matthew's the first one in the New Testament.
So it's right before Mark?
Yeah.
See a little problem solving there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's what?
Matthew chapter 6.
Yeah.
The whole thing of 6? This one's
we just, on the Gospels, we just read until you find a stopping point.
It's not that long. I don't think it's too long.
You can just read until you think like, hey, I think we can talk about this for a little while.
It's about a page and a half.
I don't know. Like me, I would read like
it's about a page and a half.
on
anyways.
Matthew 5. I think I would only read like 10 to 15 verses.
Okay.
Because there's so much in there. Like
where would we find a good stop?
Yeah, I think I kind of know.
Okay.
All right. You're gonna have to join me on the last part.
I got you, bro.
If you get it, if you know, you know. All right. Be careful not to practice your righteousness. Let me take out this gum real quick.
Let me hold it.
Hey, let me
Be
put my-
careful not to practice your righteousness in front of others to be seen by them. Otherwise, you have no reward with your Father in heaven. So whenever you give to the poor, don't sound a trumpet before you, as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and on the streets, to be applauded by people. Truly I tell you, they have their reward. But when you give to the poor, don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing, so that your giving may be in secret, and your Father who sees in secret will reward you. Whenever you pray, you must not be like the hypocrites, because they love to pray standing in the synagogues and on the street corners to be seen by people. Truly I tell you, they have the reward. But when you pray, go into your private room, shut your door, and pray to the Father who is in secret, and your Father who sees in secret will reward you. When you pray, don't babble like the Gentiles, since they imagine they'll be heard for their many words. Don't be like them, because your Father knows the things you need before you ask Him. Therefore, you should pray like this:
Remember
Our
this,
Father. We can do like over there because there's gonna be 3
Okay.
different versions.
Well, I know.
We can do the cat.
I don't read it. I know it off the dome.
Yeah, we can do the off the dome version.
Okay.
Okay.
Ready?
Our Father,
who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil.
For if you forgive others their offenses, your heavenly Father will forgive you as well. But if you don't forgive others, your Father will not forgive your offenses. Whenever you fast, don't be gloomy like the hypocrites, for they disfigure their faces so that their fasting is obvious to people. Truly I tell you, they have the reward. But when you fast, put oil on your head and wash your face, so that your fasting isn't obvious to others, but to your Father who is in secret. And your Father who sees in secret will reward you.
Bro, this is giving me chills.
That's a
This is
good
giving
little
me
section
chills.
right
This is
there
a good-
because
That's a good section. I mean, bro, this is great. This whole thing.
This one's good.
This is great.
The reason why it gives me chills and it hits is because this is so true. It's true, bro. Like, the most reward, you are rewarded the most when you do the work that's unseen. Like, no one sees the hard work that you put in. No one sees the prayers. No one sees you going through it. And that's when the most reward comes.
And
It's true. That's true how this chapter describes it.
And I think too, like kind of as you mentioned, no one sees the work that you're putting in, but the people that are putting in that work, they see it in you, like the results. Like, okay, I know what he did to get that. For example, let's just say a nice physique, right? Like, I know for a fact he had to put in work to get that physique. He had to eat right. He had to go to the gym, be consistent.
inject some trend.
And yeah, do some trend like he does.
It's not hard work, bro. You cheated.
We know.
Ozempic.
You cheater. But I what I love the most about this chapter is it's pretty much saying when anything that you do, you don't do it for nobody other than God.
Exactly.
And you don't have to boast. You don't have to be out there showing everyone that you're this amazing person. God knows. And when he gives you the Lord's Prayer, I think the Lord's Prayer is almost like more of a structure of a prayer more than like an actual. It is an actual prayer, but what I mean by that is it starts off, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. You're starting off just giving thanks to God, like God, I love you, I acknowledge you, and then it says, your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Saying, God, whatever you want from my life, that's what I want. Whatever you need to be done, that's what I want to be done. Give us this day our daily bread. And again, asking him for your health, well-being, not needing to rely on anybody else other than God. Forgive us our debts that we forget those who, as we forgive those, forgive us our trespasses that we forgive those who trespass against us. I mess up all the time. Every day. I ask God for forgiveness, and I also ask God for the strength to forgive those who've done me wrong, right? And then lead us not to temptation, but deliver us from evil. And that one's pretty straightforward. Like, keep me on the right path. Look over me. Watch me. You know what I mean? And he goes, amen. But I think that's a good structure to follow. And right after that says, forgive other people your offenses. Your heavenly Father will also forgive you. But if you do not forgive other people, then your Father will not forgive your offenses. And I think that's more so because of how toxic holding that hatred in your heart is for you. More so than it is a punishment. Because just by not forgiving in the first place, that in and of itself is
Poison.
a punishment. It's a poison. It'll kill you. And so...
Goodness, yeah, it gives me chills just reading this because it's so true, every single bit of it.
Yeah.
And it's one thing too. It's like the subtitle is for this section here is how to give, how to pray, how to fast. It's telling you how to do these things, And if we connect that to social media today, I'm sure we've all seen those videos where people record themselves giving to the homeless, making food for them, recording their good deed. Or people, I feel like people nowadays want to flex and show off their blessings and want everybody to see it. So they post everything they're doing of every day, specifically on Snapchat. Like, I'm just going to say it, girls do it a lot. They think that we care about what we're seeing, but we don't. A lot of people don't care. A lot of people don't. And we've established that. No one really truly cares. But it's like, people don't see the work that you've done to get to where you're at. They just see the outcome. And I think that's where we're at right now. So when you just come out and pop out one day with your success and all your goals and everything you've ever dreamed of and all your blessings, people are going to think that it just happened. They're not going to know you put in the work. They're not going to know you did this, the sleepless nights, the going to the gym even when you don't feel like it, the eating the food for fuel even though it doesn't taste good, the not having a girlfriend, sacrificing family events. They're not going to see any of that. They're just going to see the end result. And they're going to want to hop on the bandwagon. Because I've already had similar experiences that they see kind of what I'm doing and they're trying to hop on now. And I'm like, no, you trainer already left. You already know I'm not that big of a social media person. I really don't post what I'm doing. But they think that this was just all handed to me. One thing that, too, in school, this was my pet peeve. People called me a teacher's pet. People would say, oh, I want to be like you. Oh, I wish, like, must be nice. I hate when people tell me must be nice.
Must be nice. It is.
I hate it, though, because, yeah, it is, right? It is nice. But you could have it, too, if you weren't so lazy, if you weren't so, oh, man, so many words that I could say, but I'm not going to say because I'm trying to be holy. But this is one of my pet peeves when people say that must be nice, or saying, I wish I had that, or free handouts. I'm like, no, if you want it, go get it, and that's that. No excuses.
I think kind of touch base on what you said about like showing results. I think it all depends on the intention. You know, like if you're deliberately posting to like, oh, look at me, like to show off and boast, but
flexing your money
and showing your meat whenever you're doing your gym poses.
Okay.
Yeah, if the shoe fits, man.
Yeah, if the shoe fits.
Or you can do it to inspire others. That's how I see it. It all just
showing
depends
your meat,
intentions.
inspiring anybody.
Showing my physique,
your meat.
coming from a skinny little boy to this beautiful specimen.
You ignored the question.
The beautiful because it has nothing to do with my meat though.
So why can't you take a picture in just like shorts?
I sometimes do.
But those aren't the ones that aren't posted.
That's because I usually get out of the sauna in my boxers.
You could put something else on and then take a picture.
Anyways, that's not the like I said, intention. You know, you can either post to inspire others, for example, like us. You know, us posting these confessions.
So being real quick, just a little side note. You don't post in hopes that some huzz will slide up and say something.
No. The thing is, let's be honest. I know I get women.
Right.
I pull women. Women, they come and go for me.
Is that your intention? No, right?
No. I could care less. Women come and go for me. And this is something that we touched base a little bit last night. Mm-hmm. Women, they come and go for me. I know I'm going to get a pretty girlfriend again. It's just natural. It happens for me. God bless. You know? I know I can go be a degenerate and go bag some huzz. I know I can. You know?
But that's not what you're after.
But that's not what I'm after. I could care less. I could care less about that, you know? So when it comes to posting, in a way, I've always said this since I was young, and when we even first started our YouTube journey together, I want to be able to inspire people. Mm-hmm. When me and you sat across from each other at Pizza Hut, we had a dinner, bro.
Yeah.
And you came to me with that offer. Hey, bro, I think it'd be a good idea to start doing YouTube together. Whoop-de-whoop. I agreed with you, and I was just like, you know what? I've always had this dream since I was a kid that I want to inspire others. Mm-hmm. How do I inspire others? By showcasing you my results. Look, I came from being this scrawny little boy to now having, for example, I came from being this scrawny little boy that weighed 135, bro, was going through it, depressed, weak as hell, a little B word, to the young man that I built today, and I'm just getting better as time goes, you know. And I think us three, we're walking testimony of it. Starting this, for example, confessions. We started how many years ago? Like when we were 20, 21?
Yeah, 2022.
Yeah, we were about 21, and look at us. We've gone through the setbacks. We've gone through the bumps, you know. And look at us now this past year. You know what I'm saying?
Even in this past year, we've changed a lot.
We've changed a lot. We've grown a lot, and we're staying on top of it with consistency. And that's the whole point. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't get on here to, oh, look at us. We're over here, you know, a podcast, whatever. No, we're
still in that gray area.
We're over here. Look at us. We're over here talking about God's word. We're over here trying to share to you guys our thoughts. And I think it all just depends with intention, and exactly how it's saying in this gospel. If you boast, if you try to, look, be careful not to practice your righteousness in front of others to be seen by them. You know,
and then otherwise you have no reward with your Father who is in heaven. I think that's another good part of it too.
Exactly.
Right? Because God's not going to acknowledge it.
But when you do it with the correct intentions, you are rewarded, bro. You are rewarded when you're able to inspire others, when you're able to bring people up rather than to, oh, look at me, I'm better than you. Like, push them down. Like, you're gonna reap what you sow. It's so true. And
I think too, like, that's what I'm glad that we're doing with KRUE now, and what I've done with my personal TikTok account that's I've switched it to is exactly that. Like, I'm not where I want to be. I want to be a better man, and there's a lot of aspects of my life that I can improve with my spiritual, my mental, my physical, a lot of different things I can do. And I try to do that and just showcase to people that, one, I'm just human, and two, I have a dream, and I want to chase it unapologetically. And so that's what I think too is a good utilization of social media, because if you look at my videos, they're nothing crazy. I'm at the office, I'm at the gym, I'm cooking, I'm at the coffee shop, maybe I'm doing work on my laptop. That's what I'm doing, right? Like, my it's not any sort of way. It's not this luxurious lifestyle, right? It's very humble, but it's real. And I think that's what's different about us, is we're real. And that's even the part of the changes that we've made recently. Is we want to be real and true to authentic to who we are, and we know that we have something. We know that we have a message that can inspire and impact a lot of people, and at the same time keep us accountable to what we're doing. And at the end of the day, we're the ones growing from it.
And that's where I want to give all the praise to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? The Father up above in heaven. It's exactly how it says. If you do, you will have no reward from your Father in heaven. But on the other hand, if you don't do this, if you don't boast, you try to bring people down, you try to inspire people, you try to bring those people up, you'll get rewarded. And I think, in a way, we're already winning.
We're already winning. And I think that's one thing that I like to say too, sometimes, because you know how we can get down on ourselves and be hard on ourselves. It's just natural. It's who we are, right? It's why we're best friends. But every once in a while, I'm like, man, we're already living the dream. We're living our dream already. And the journey, what is it? What's the end goal of the journey? At the end of the day, all it is to become the best version of ourselves. We're the journey. The purpose is us. The men that we are becoming, that is the whole purpose of all of this. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what I'm doing. Social media, real estate. At the end of the day, I'm focused on growing myself as an individual. That's it. Doesn't matter what I do. As long as I do that, I'm fulfilled.
I was talking to my mama about this the other night as well. I'm like, one day I'm going to look back at these days, this journey, and I'm going to miss it. I'm going to miss struggling. I'm going to miss going through it. I'm going to miss the highest of the highs, the lowest of the lows. Like, when it's all said and done and we made it, you know. We're gonna look back at days like this. Oh, you remember when we're recording in Raju's shop with very
Saturday night.
Saturday night with very humble equipment and stuff.
No huzz, no alcohol, no.
Well.
Anyways, we're gonna be looking back at nights like this, bro. And we're gonna miss these days, and
We're gonna miss the grind.
They're gonna be the days that you look back at and smile though when you're out on your front porch in your rocking chair looking into the sunset.
and so many of the greats talk about it, bro. Like I know the Tates, Kobe Bryant even mentioned it. He's just like the journey. That's the dream.
That's the dream. Yeah.
That's the dream.
And that's why I'm saying we're living our dream right now. We're in real time living our dream, even if we don't realize it because we're not in the lifestyle that we think, right? But what we're doing right now. What are we doing? We're chasing our dreams.
Chasing the
doing what we
dreams.
want to do. Not listening to what everyone else has to say. We're living the life that we want to. Choosing the lifestyle that we want to choose. That in and of itself is freedom. That right there is the dream, right?
There's something similar too about what you said about when my pet peeve is when people say, "Oh, it must be nice," and you're like, "It is." I'm kind of the same way, but when you kind of mentioned it when it's like, "Oh, you think you're better than me?" Like, yeah, I actually think I am because I think I'm. 'Cause, like, I know that's not a humble thing to say, but it's like I think I'm better than you because I was just like you. And I got out of that hole. I got out of that.
I feel like we had this conversation last night too.
Bro, we
just
talked
talked about
this.
this.
Like, yeah,
we're like, it
I wasn't born better than you. I got better than you.
Exactly. It sounds a little arrogant, but when it comes down to it, you line me up across from you, and we're about to go to war. We're about to compete in whatever. I guarantee you, I'm gonna come out on top.
He was like, yeah,
I
it's just me
guarantee
we're being real. It's just me being real. Realistic. Yeah, I think I'm better than you. There's a lot of people that are better than me, but when you're asking me, oh, you think you're better than me,
And
chances
we
are.
say this in the most humble way
Yeah.
possible.
Because we're putting in the work, right? I've even, something clicked into me, and it's like riding a bike, where
Yep.
I'm in the gym every day now, right?
Uh-huh.
And I've noticed a trend. Monday, packed. Tuesday, packed. Wednesday, mid. Thursday,
Yeah.
getting empty. Friday, empty.
Saturday.
And I'm like,
empty.
Saturday, empty. Well, I don't really go on Saturday because I come here to work on the football games. But I noticed that trend. Everybody's full of energy, full of, oh, let's get it. Let's attack the week. Monday, gone by Friday. And you're the only one in the gym on Friday. Gone by Wednesday, most people. And I've even, that PRG day. The PRG day is the Fletcher, CT Fletcher that I command you to grow. That's coming out of me again. Where I've
I
even.
don't know who that
I
is.
command you to grow.
I command you to grow.
He was doing curls and he was like, I command you to grow.
Yeah, he was
Just yelling at his muscles.
Muslim got his muscles, bro. And I've gotten to the point where I don't count reps. I just go until I can't no more. I've even moved the muscles that are lacking. Muscles that are lacking for me are my shoulders and my legs. Those are probably the weakest. I moved those in the beginning of the week now. So now my Monday is my leg day. So I attack the week hard, and I still have to go through the rest of the week knowing that I did a pretty heavy leg day, that I killed my legs, that I squatted, that I deadlifted, that I burned my calves. Doing the hardest day on a Monday just sets up that hunger. Like, I attacked the day. Everything else from here should be a breeze. Because everybody hates Mondays. But if you add on to that Monday even more, the rest of the days won't stand a chance, whatever gets thrown at you. So that's been on my mind lately. Tuesday is shoulders now because my shoulders are pretty weak. I've always had a good chest and arms, so now that I moved those later in the week. So if something were to happen and I had to miss or I had other obligations, the muscles that are already pretty strong, pretty well developed, I can afford, quote, to miss those, whereas I can't with my legs and shoulders. So I have to hit those early in the week when I'm full, when I'm fresh, when I'm, ready to attack it. That's kind of my mindset now, not just with the gym. So with everything now, with the Bible, if I don't read a verse a day, I feel like I'm failing. If I don't learn one thing a day, I feel like I wasted the day. It's to the point where I'm asleep by like 11 o'clock now, 10 o'clock, and I'm a night owl. I am a night owl, and I am not a morning person, but lately I've caught myself being that morning person, and it's like, man, the other side wasn't so bad, because you got night owl and you got morning person, early bird. I see myself transitioning, and I never thought I would see myself becoming an early bird, and I kind of like it. Yeah, it's not that bad.
I noticed a little bit like with the weight how you're looking right now.
Thank you.
I noticed it.
Thank
noticed
you.
When you walked in, I noticed it. So, just like you look like you're slimming down a little bit. But
all thanks to what we got going on here.
the PRG days, that's funny, man. That's a memory.
I command you. That's pretty.
command
I've never
you,
seen it
bro.
or heard it, but that's pretty. That's gas.
Crazy.
That's gas.
Cool.
He's just like, I command you to grow.
Struggling.
Like, he'll be struggling when he says it.
Uh-huh.
It just grows.
It just goes.
comes up.
He's about to fail. It's like he's already dropping it. I command you to
Just
grow.
imagine walking to the gym and someone's just
And
about to fail on a set. He's like, I command you to grow.
Bro, that's CT Fletcher.
Bro, that's-
big old black guy.
It's
That's
like
like,
if- goated,
It's
bro.
like if you know, you know. It's hidden. It's elite ball knowledge right
yeah,
there.
that's elite ball knowledge right there. That one's a hidden gem. I forgot about that one.
That's what I'm
As
saying.
soon as you
It's
said it,
just-
it just, oh, shoot.
Everything just like that's what happened to me. Everything came rushing back to me.
You know what's
It was like
funny?
riding
It's
a bike.
Hey, with the way that life's been going, and I'll talk about myself, I feel at one moment, I don't know when it was, but it's like at a certain point, it just switched. Like I felt like it clicked for me, and I understood. I was always doing, I was doing the work. I was going through the patterns, but then it just clicked for me. It finally just snapped. And then I was like, oh, shoot, I understand it now. You know what I mean? Like I kind of had that moment, like an epiphany.
Oh, I was about to say that.
Yeah, I had that epiphany. That's whenever I started the Get Rich or Die Trying, but now it's like I see things clearer now, and it's just consistently doing it. I look forward to it. I look forward to the hard days. I look forward to being tired. I look forward to going to the gym when I feel like crap. I look forward to, eating that chicken, eating that eggs. I'm like, man, maybe I want something different. Drinking water all the time. Like maybe I want a freaking sweet tea or something like that. I look forward to the struggle. And I've been somewhat that way, but I don't know. For me, I feel like at some point, one day, it's switched. And I feel like that's what Jeremy, at least from what I'm hearing, I feel like you kind of just had that moment where it just kind of like, it switched. And when it does, you can't turn it off. You can't turn it off.
I'm stuck now, huh?
Now you're stuck. But it's like a drug. Like you get, it's like a high. It's an adrenaline rush when you know that you're in it.
And I guess that's where everything that I've said from the beginning of like this episode, I guess we can boil it down to that switch flipping on in me, and just finally being on the same page as y'all, and not even just with y'all, but finally not caring about what other people think or being that sensitive person, which to me being sensitive is personal, and that should only be allowed for people who are close to me. Not everybody should see that sensitive side, because to me it's a personal thing. If I'm sensitive to you, like, hey, I'm comfortable enough to show you, but to everybody else I'm still like, no, I don't care, like whatever, it is what it is. But yeah, I'm gonna care, I'm gonna feel some type of way about people I love that I care about,
Yeah.
like y'all, like, and my family.
Mhm.
So I'm not, there's a fine balance now that I have. I learned how to control it, controlling my emotions now, not just being sensitive with everything or just saying F everything. It's a fine balance between, hey, those that deserve it will see it, those that don't need to see it won't.
And I think that's a big part of like my life as well too. Like there's only y'all two are the only ones that have access to me. Like truly, like y'all truly have access to me whenever. Like y'all text me, y'all call me, I'm there. Everyone else, I might send you the voicemail. I'll call you back. I'll respond later, But like y'all have me in that manner. But everyone else, like, I just don't. Like, I don't even talk to Tommy most of the week now. Like, literally, I'm like, he's busy.
Yeah, he kind of went on his own
He's going on his own path, and
bubble.
he's finding himself,
Yeah.
And I'm proud of him. And I love whenever we do spend time together. It's not as frequent as it was before, but I think that's a good thing. We're both growing in our own ways, and so, but like that access, y'all, it's limited to y'all, and I don't want to give it to anyone else. Like, if anyone were to ask who my best friends are, who's in my life right now that's prominent, it's y'all too. That's it. And y'all are like who I see my life in the future. When it's all said and done and it's wrapped it up, I'm 60 or 70 years old or whatever. I'm like, hey, boys, you want to come over? Let's cook out a little bit. let Jimmy play with Joe and Tyrone. Whatever. One of our kids gonna be black. When y'all gonna sleep with the black girl. But like y'all are who I imagine the rest of my life with, And we're building this together. And so there's only certain parts of myself that I allow to other people. They get this limited piece of me, and I reserve the rest of it for my family and for y'all.
Yeah. I guess that's where I was going with that too. And it's crazy to think about, like, Raul don't even really talk to us or text us, so I can only imagine other people.
I'm bad, bro.
They really don't talk at this point. I just assume, like, unless you say no, like unless you say you can't.
Yeah, he's down. Yeah.
It's a yes. It's a yes unless you say no.
So if he's like that with us, I'm like, dang.
It's bad, bro. With anyone and everyone, like I'm real. Like I said, I've gone.
But if it was a big booty Latina,
not even, bro. Not even. Like I've been leaving a lot of females that swipe up on my shit on red, just cause it's a waste of time and energy. And then let's be honest, like you swipe up, you call me handsome, you call me hot, you say fine as fuck, whatever.
Then where does it go?
Like what do you want? You want some dick? Like straight up. Excuse my language, but you want something? Like no, okay, then don't waste my time. So I just leave them on delivered. And I have a bad habit with, even with family, man. And I'm not. I don't know if it's a bad habit or how to go about it. But I'm right now very selfish. I'm on my journey. I'm trying to grow, trying to build this life. And I often tell them, hey, just shoot me a text. Just shoot me a text. I'll read it. I guarantee you I'll read it. If it's important, you need me right there, I'll be there. If it's not that important, hey, then like it can wait, And don't get it wrong, I love spending time like hanging out with family, even with the boys, but and this is something that I emphasized on our last meeting, that I want to be very intentional with how we spend our time, and I can't, like, don't get it wrong, I enjoy spending time with hanging out with family, doing stuff like that. Don't get it wrong, I enjoy it, but at the same time I'm locked in. I have to build this dream. I have to chase these goals. I have to win. I have no other choice. And I can't go too much into details right now with life right now. I have some big moves coming up. I have some big decisions I've made and I'm continuing to make. It'll be a story down the line that I'm sure I'll be happy to tell. But to kind of touch base or to kind of relate to what both of these gentlemen said, and I also talked to my mother about this, specifically my mother. I, for some reason, I have this feeling, man. I have this gut feeling that we are on the right path. I am on the right path, and I just got to keep going. I got to keep moving forward. I got to keep growing. And one day, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not next week, maybe not next year, but one day, I will win. One day, my team will win. And one day, and when that day comes, everything changes forever.
And if you hate me now, well, I'm gonna be insufferable when I win.
I was mentioning this to Darius. Like you hate on me now, bro, and you think like I'm winning already. Just wait till I win. And maybe I will be a little bit more humble, but then like when I win, that's when you have my permission to hate on me. That's when you have my permission.
Insufferable.
It's like right now you're hating on nothing.
You're hating on nothing. I haven't even won yet.
Exactly.
I haven't even won yet. You're already hating? Ooh, I'm going to be insufferable as soon as I win. Turn my back.
You can't stand me now? Ooh, just wait. Just wait.
Well, I think that's a good stopping point for this episode. Do you want to finish? Anyone else got anything to say?
I'm good right there, yeah.
God bless.
God bless. This was a great episode. Thank y'all for tuning in, liking, commenting, subscribe if you haven't already. We're almost at 100 subscribers, so maybe by the time we do the next live, hopefully I get back on track and do Wednesday. We'll be back to hopefully have 100 subscribers by then, which is awesome. Thank you for all of y'all. Like, this has been a great journey for us. It's a great community, and I hope we're able to somewhat inspire you in whatever way possible. But that's it. Love y'all. Catch you on the next one, baby.